know that 99% of all human interaction is decided within the first 3 seconds? 3 seconds of you seeing someone or meeting someone. So it's so important for you as an individual, as an entrepreneur, as a leader in your organization, to make those first 3 seconds drastically powerful. As you've heard before, I teach and I coach individuals on making a powerful presence and having a personal brand that can relate to their company so that their companies can continue to excel and go to higher levels simply because of the people that engage with the organization and lead that organization. Now, as you've heard, my name is Michael Ferrera, and I really come here humbly before you. I've been associated with the Chamber for, I want to say maybe 9 years. 9 years or something of the sort. I started my company here in the Inland Empire. I now have 2 locations in Claremont and another location in Los Angeles. And I am an image consultant. I teach people how to dress, I teach people how to interact, and I teach people how to attract what they want out of life simply by positioning and preparing themselves in the right way so they can become the most successful. Today, what I will do, I'll give you a short synopsis of what we will do today and what you should take away when you leave here. What you'll gain today is just quick tips on how you can improve, enhance, and style your life immediately just by using some of the tips that I share with you. There will be some colors, some ideas on styles that you can use, and also more importantly, your presence. How to truly let yourself shine in amongst and a group of great other individuals and elected officials and other professionals that are all seeking business and all want to do business with you or other people inside the room. And finally, when you leave here today, I'll give you some quick action steps on how to enhance your personal brand, enhance your personal style, and enhance the way that you communicate in your professional life and your personal life that will automatically attract more people to you. As we talked about those 3 seconds. So when we have these 3 seconds where we engage with individuals, I live in Los Angeles now, and many of us, raise your hand if you have heard of the 30-second elevator pitch or whatever it is. I see a lot of hands being raised. Well, unfortunately, that 30-second elevator pitch no longer works. And the reason it doesn't work anymore is because elevators don't take 30 seconds to go 55 or 70 floors up. So how can we attract people's attention? How can we capture people's attention within 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds at the max, maybe 7 seconds? I'm on the 15th floor of a 23 floor building in my office, and it takes literally, to go to the top, it takes 7 seconds to go all the way to the top. There's no 30-second elevator pitch. It's just not happening. To get to my floor, it takes 4 seconds to get from level 1 all the way to level 15. It's just crazy. And I remember when they switched this elevator thing. You all will be seeing this soon as technology advances. And I no longer get in the elevator with 9 other people, and then I select what level I'm going to. What happens is now is the elevator is built on the outside, right? The key button, like a cell phone. And now you push level 15 and you only go to 15. So if you forget to push what floor you want to go to and you get in the elevator, you're just going wherever that elevator is going because there's no buttons inside the elevator. So I see that with you because these 3 seconds are key. It's so important that you all present yourselves with smiles, with laughter, with enjoyment, with incitement, so that people want to talk to you. No one will have the opportunity to learn about your business, to learn about your engagements, to learn what you can help them with and how you can improve their lives if they are not willing and able to talk to you because you're simply non-approachable. And sometimes non-approachable comes with being in our own box and being in our shell and being shy and being timid and being afraid. And I'm guilty of it as well. As much confidence as individuals may think I have and may see me display in public settings, and maybe I have on stage and they're charismatic when I jump off stage and throw things around and scream and yell and all those things, I have it just as much. And it's so important for me as an entrepreneur to be in a position that I can know where my boundaries are and then stretch outside of them. And then truly be able to smile, when my dog is sick at home, and smile when, I have to run to this event and then go pick up my daughter or whatever it may be. So those 3 seconds are key. And I'll share with you some tricks on how you can do that in the personal brand. So when we walk into a room, when we walk into a special engagement, when we walk into any type of environment, you are your personal brand. And I'll explain this a little bit more. Most people, and when I say most, I mean all, do not buy businesses. They buy people. And I heard someone else shared as I was speaking that. And I truly hope that you all, as chamber members and community leaders and individuals inside of your organizations, you are why people will transact business with your State Farm organization. You are the reason why people will conduct business with your Autism Foundation. You are the reason why people will print from you, buy from you, engage with you. So it's truly important that your representation of your company is at the highest level anytime that you go into a room. Now, let's take, for example, many times when I go into a room, I sell custom clothing. Many of you heard that in my introduction. I sell clothes. So for me, it is important that I look a little bit decently dressed, right? And that allows me to engage with other people because no one knows what I do. No one knows when you walk in that you're a fantastic videographer and a creator and an individual that does outstanding work behind the camera and digital setting. No one knows that. But the only way that they can know that is if you're an approachable person, or if you make yourself presentable that they want to talk to you. So strategic ways to be doing that will be with the use of colors, but more importantly, remember that your presence is key. And we all have a personal brand, whether we like it or not. As we go into this section here, the reason that I have this awkwardly blurred and you can't really see it that well is intentional. Because the white letters on this awkward background might be okay, but it could be better if there was a clear background with black letters or white letters on a black background. It would be easier for you to read. But in short, we're always talking and we're always communicating even when we're not talking. So that is to say, what are we saying when we're not talking? When we walk into a room, what are people saying about us or thinking about us? Like, oh, that's a person that I want to talk to. Or that's a person that maybe she's having a bad day or he's having a bad day. I'll leave her alone today and I'll talk to someone else that might be much more approachable. So keep in mind that as a representative of your organization, at airlines, at any type of a nonprofit, as a facility of help, as a legal organization, you're always talking. You all that are sitting at the table right now and drinking and eating and turning and engaging with me, you are communicating as well. Unfortunately, you are communicating to the people at your table. You are also communicating to all these cameras that, center stage has in the room. And you're also communicating with me. And a lot of the communication that I'm getting, I'm very grateful for because I truly see that you all are engaged. But now, as you all engage with me, you all come to this session here to learn. You come here to take away some information that I could apply to my life, or what pieces of nuggets or value that I can have by being a chamber member that I can take out into the business world and now interact and be more efficient and more successful in my business. Now, when you see someone like myself on stage, naturally, and many of you know this, naturally when someone puts you on the stage, people have to look at you. It gets weird and uncomfortable at times, but now that people have to look at you, we have to reverse that. And I have to think about, how can I be the most valuable to the audience that I'm speaking to and not be a distraction with either bracelets or rings or earrings or whatever it is. So the key takeaway here is that, remember, you're always communicating, even when you're not talking. And in that personal brand, we all have a personal brand. And this is a great example of a personal brand that we see in our president leader of this organization, of our nation, Mr. Donald Trump. Now, many of you, some laugh, some chuckle, some smile, some nod, as you, some frown, some have not so happy excitements. But this is a clear, concise epitome definition of a personal brand. Whether you like it or not, whether you like him or not, whether you like what he believes or does not believe or not, his personal brand is absolutely present and evident, and allows him to be effective and, I guess, somewhat effective, or to get results that he personally desires in his personal life. Now, I use this as a personal example because when you think of, our picture that we see here in President Trump, what do you guys? I won't say that. I won't say what you think, because some of you may have some fond reminiscences and some of you may not have fond. But regardless of what you think, you have some perceptions. And you have some words, and some may be positive and some may be negative. But regardless of what it is, you have someone that is very direct. Whether you like him or not, he's very direct. It is what it is. You have someone that is very bold. You have someone that is very stern on his belief. You have someone that is very consistent in his image and his look. He always looks like this. It is what it is. He always looks like this. He always looks like this. And that goes into the joke that I talk about many times when I give workshops on how can you be a superhero inside of your organization. And what a superhero means, when you think of Superman, what does Superman wear? Yell out stuff. What does Superman wear? He wears a cape. Automatically he wears a cape. What else does Superman have or carry that you all know? What does Superman have? He has a suit, and then on his chest he has a what? A giant S on his chest. Everyone knows it, regardless of where you are, anywhere in the world. Everyone will give you cape number 1, and then probably the big S on his chest number 2. So that is the power and the presence of a personal brand. So what are you all bringing to the table? What is it that when everyone sees you, they always know that they're going to get this? When I walk into a room, someone knows that when I represent my organization and my nonprofit or my group or my chamber member or whatever it is, they're always going to get whatever that stamp is. So that's what it takes to create a personal brand. Is what do people relate with you when they do not see you? Secondly, as we go just opposed to this option, when we look at someone like an Oprah Winfrey, and I use both of these people because regardless if you like them or not, they're great examples of personal brands. Great examples of personal brands. Just the opposite, when we look at, I think Dr. Winfrey, I think she's a doctor, right? Can I say Dr. Winfrey? That sounds cool. What should I call it? I think she's a doctor. Anybody know? She's a doctor. She actually is an honorary doctor. So Dr. Winfrey, when you see her, it's drastically, consistently the same. Number 1, she's a person that will bring you joy. It is what it is. Whether you like her or not, you're going to look at her and be like, man, I'm happy. I want to buy a book. I want to read something. I want to do more work. I want to inspire somebody. I want to do something positive. It is what it is, whether you like her or not. Secondly, I think on the appearance side, I think her hair is always done. I think she always, presents herself well. I think that most of the time when I see her, there's a smile on her face. And she is actually in a position where she is not solely, it's very evident. It's very evident when I look at this person, is that she's very, very clear on the other person. She's very clear on what she can give or bring value to other people. I think that there's certain people in some other cultures that I've taken on in my life that are very clear on not me, and how I can, be better for someone else. And I think this is a great example of a personal brand. She's at this stage in her life, she's wearing her glasses when she's reading or something on stage. And these are the little things and the little nuances that we as a personal brand are creating. So use these things to your advantage that you have, and it will allow for leaps and bounds of success to come into your life and be a strong representation of your organization. So being a superhero, what is it that everyone can count on? Is it you're always wearing a suit? Is it that he's always dressed well? Is that she's always going to make me laugh? He or she's always going to make me smile? And now, you know what? Because they made me smile, actually, what do you do? What is your profession? What is it that you engage? What brings you to the chamber? And that allows for greater discussion. Now, how do we enhance it? How do we improve it? How do we make this personal brand that we have, even though you don't know you have it, how do we make this personal brand transition or cross over into being a business transaction? The biggest thing that I've found when creating personal brands and allowing that to transition over to your business and the opportunity to sell or share or grow your organization is be very clear, like have a foundational knowledge of what it is that brings you enjoyment and that makes you happy regardless of work. And the reason that that's so important is that we can never really be ourselves and our personality really shine if we're not clear on that. And sometimes this will go outside of the physical workspace or outside of the physical job. I truly believe that it is a gift for us to actually wake up every single day, and I treat it as a gift, and this what you have heard before, which is very cheesy, which is why it's called the present. It's a present to wake up every single day, and we need to embrace that gift and embrace that present. So truly understand, like, what is the foundational pieces? Is it family? Is it friends? Is it just that I almost left Earth whatever many years ago, and now I get to be here. My business almost went out of business these many years ago, but now I get to do this. My parents and my friends and my whatever have gone and left me, and I had bad trials and tribulations with founders and business partners and whatever, and mentors and coaches that did me wrong or what, but now I get to experience that. So outside of the business world, how can we really look at this as a space to say that we get to do this? Like, understand, like, the personal brand comes from inside. The only thing that can come out of us is what is in us. If there's negative inside of us, if there's sad inside of us, if there's mad inside of us, guess what can come out? Only that. But if there's joy, if there's happiness, if there's fulfillment, if there's gratefulness, gratitude, and love that's inside of us, that's the only thing that could come out. So how can we use the foundational pieces that we have to shine in our personality and allow that to be displayed throughout our business? Secondly, understanding the goals. What does your organization do? What is it that you bring to people? And many times the services that we offer are not physical things. You cannot physically see a car insurance policy. You cannot physically see an investment. You cannot physically see certain things that you all transact in business. You cannot physically see the ideas that goes on in behind the creators and the videographer's mind that go into his production, into his creation. You cannot physically see those things. Those are brains, those are mental things. You cannot see those. So how can we understand the goals that we really bring to people? When you provide a health insurance, a life insurance, a car insurance type of policy from a State Farm organization or from an arthritis organization, you're providing more than just a service. And I really want you all to get this, because the physical things, I sell physical products, I sell suits, I sell, ties and shirts and shoes. But what I sell and what I give to people is the opportunity to be themselves. Because if you don't have to worry about my suit looks good, and if it fits comfortably, and if my shoes are tied and if they look good, I don't have to worry about those things. I just get to be me. You know, and now if I have a car insurance policy, I don't have to really worry and panic about, yes, you want to be cautious and prepared, but you're not on the edge. You're like, I just get to drive. I just get to go to work. You know, the same thing, the list goes on. So understanding what you give, most of the products and services that you guys offer, people are not buying that. People are buying peace of mind. That's all we do. That's all we do. I buy this food because it's going to taste good, and that makes me feel better. You know, I buy this food because this is appropriate for my family, and these are the things that I need, et cetera, et cetera. List goes on. You can take that down to children. I bought this book because I think it can help her learn, help him learn. You don't buy the book. The book is a physical product. You buy what the book provides for your child. You know, so truly remember that in business, you're not providing things. Ooh, that's big. And when you really enjoy that and understand that you're not providing things and you're providing peace of mind, that's when you get the opportunity to win and you get to truly be yourself. So understand what you're giving and what you want to achieve. And that's 2 and 3 in line. And now going on to number 4, in displaying this is where, and what you see in one of those previous slides, I had a rock band performance in slide number 4. And the reason that rock band performance is, we as business professionals and individuals at the Chamber, we are literally designed and put on earth to perform. And when we perform, it is so much easier when you are performing yourself rather than performing for what everyone else wants you to be. And when you truly understand those things on number 1, 2, and 3, you can truly walk into the room and say, hi, my name is, and love to meet you. Great. Tell me more about yourself. Your presence, your personality, your smile will truly get to shine. And people want that. Once people understand that you are a genuine person, that you're happy with you, whether money's there or not, or growing, it allows you to actually truly sell your product and give your product to the other people. Taking this one level deep, and I'm gonna close in a minute, but taking this one level deep, when we dive in a little bit more, and the way you enhance that, I'll give you all some physical things, because these are pieces that I specialize in and that I know can be valuable to you. Many of us can think right now, and even if we take 5 seconds, including myself, we all could think of all of the things that are wrong with us. You know that thing you hate when you look in the mirror, and that one little, I hate this, and I dislike that, and if this only could be better, and I want to improve this, one little thing. We all know what that one thing is for ourselves, including me. No one else can see it. And the only reason that we know it is because we're there. I wear glasses. I wear this. I can't, whatever it may be. I can't communicate well. I don't know technology. I don't know Instagram and Facebook, and I got to take a selfie, and I'm, 55. And what is Instagram? And do I need Snapchat? And why Snapchat? Does it really work? I don't know. What all these things that go through our mind as business owners and entrepreneurs, but other people do not see it. We're telling ourselves the stories. We're telling ourselves the lies. We're telling ourselves the things that are not wrong. But I encourage you and I challenge you to use those to your advantage. I think when we get on the spaces, I think this is a good space to talk about, because we all work with it because it's new for everyone, even the kids. This social media thing, this is really tricky. Like, how do you post on Instagram, but then really meet with a client, but then have fun, but then you want to do business, but people are making $1 million on Instagram, and how do I make $1 million on Instagram? And then you just don't do anything. and then we're here, and then we're right in the same place that we are. So how could you use that to your advantage? And I use Instagram because I've actually been able to hire 2 people just off of not really understanding Instagram. And what if you use that to your answer? This is mom, and I'm actually recording a selfie on Instagram, and I don't know, my kids are laughing at me, and whatever that may be. But use that to your advantage. And now people will say, oh, that's cool, that's cute. She's actually trying. He's actually trying. That's great. What does she do, by the way? Scroll. Oh, she sells that. Great. At least they know what you now do, and when they think of something that's related to you, they know who to go back to or remember because you are engaging. And I use that Instagram space because it's learning. Even the kids and the young people, they're still learning that too. So use that. Your fashion, your style, your presence, your glasses, your shoes, your watch. Use those things to your advantage. Never put it away to say you're ashamed to wear glasses or whatever it may be. Use those things to your advantage, because those are the things that people are going to be attracted to you. I think additionally, diving down one more steps, how can you use lapel pins? Like, I really enjoy your lapel pin. You have that plain there, that brooch. That's really nice. How can you use lapel pins or certain types of jewelry or earrings to spark conversations? I met a lady today, Donna. She was wearing a cool interest. She actually made her earring. How cool is that? I would never have talked to her if she didn't have that thing. This brooch or lapel that you have on, I want to talk to you just because you're wearing that. I don't know what it is, but I want to know why you have it, because it looks good. How could you use those things? Your logo of your company, whatever it may be, cool glasses, cool watch, cool technology. Use those little things that spark conversations. And then you can now have your personality shine and you can truly engage with other people. Now, can you see amongst those piano keys? You cannot. It says in some of the quote that you probably can see, people don't, many of you as business owners have heard this, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And the only way that you can tell them and share with them and show them how much you care is by being you. You have to be yourself. You have to be the person that you want to be. If it is a bold, brash, harsh person, at least people know that. That's your personal brand. That's your brand that people can engage with. And they say, I need that person to represent me in this particular situation because I need something done. And this person is bold and beautiful, and they're going to get it done. Regardless of how they do it, they will get it done. So remember, people will want to know more once they know you. And the only way you can share that you care about them and that you care about their success is simply doing that. So lastly, I truly do not believe that any of us, including me, are born extraordinary people. As beautiful and as wonderful as my daughter will be born in the next few days here, she will not be born extraordinary. The only people that we look at and we believe and feel and think that are extraordinary people is because they choose to do extraordinary things. And that is it. They choose. That is the key word. Some of us that read long and big and almost inevitable books, choosing is the key. Choose life, choose greatness, choose happiness, choose fulfillment. Whatever it may be, the only people that we look at that are extraordinary are the ones that choose to be extraordinary in the things that they do. The Michael Jordans, LeBron James, Kobe Bryants, the Federers of the world, the Tony Robbins, the extraordinary people, the Bill Gates, the Richard Branson, the Warren Buffett, I could continue on, the Albert Einstein, the George Washington Carvers. We all have choices. You only are extraordinary if you choose to be. So we can choose to be normal like everyone else, or we can choose to be extraordinary. And I encourage and I challenge you guys to embrace yourself, embrace your personality, embrace who you are so that could truly shine and people could want to know about your business and want to know about you as a person, because people do not buy businesses. They buy people to provide the services that business offer. All right. Lastly, in closing again, my name is Michael Ferrera. Please follow me. Please look. Please email. Please subscribe. All these places: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, all those places. Everywhere, we're on all of those platforms. The best place to go, you can't see that bottom once again, but simply michaelferrera.me. michaelferrera.me is the best place to get to all of the hubs that we are on the web. I believe I've hit my time exactly, and if I've gone over, I know I didn't go over, so you all can take it from there. Thank you all for your time. I'll be here if any questions. Thank you so much.